Welcome everyone to metroTV. I'm your host, Andy Hoig, publisher and CEO of Metro Magazine. We are here with our holiday extravaganza, 8 weeks of contribution. We are on week 6 where I'm talking to 5 nonprofits for 5 minutes. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, welcome everybody. I'm here with Chris Mahaffey. He is the CEO, Scout Executive for Mid-America Council Boy Scouts of America. Chris, thanks for joining me today.
Andy, thanks for having me today. It's great to see you and be with you today on the program.
It's good to see you too. You know what? Let's just talk briefly about the mission, the organization of the Boy Scouts, and who you serve.
Absolutely. So the Boy Scouts of America exists to instill character, leadership, and ethics into young people so that carries them over their lifetime. And even during a COVID environment, we're still finding ways to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an interesting, this year has been beyond interesting. But I know we had, Giving Tuesday, and all the nonprofits really reached out to the community. But that was a successful day for you. Let's talk a little bit about it.
It was a really successful day. I think we've talked about on past programs that the governor hosts a luncheon for us, or is the honorary chair, and we hold the governor's luncheon, and we raised a significant amount of money at a luncheon. We knew we couldn't do that this year, so we poured a lot of effort into Giving Tuesday. We called it Bsa Big Give Day, and our team rallied around us, and our volunteers really have shown up well. We raised more than $200,000 in a telethon type experience on that day. We started at 7 a.m. with on-the-hour videos and highlighted different parts of our program, and ended the day with a live cast from our chairs, the Lycos family, Jill and Julie and Charlie Lycos, and it was just a great day, very, very successful for us for the first time.
Yeah. Again, everybody has to pivot and kind of do things differently. So congratulations on that. And as people are really looking at kind of end of the year giving, and even a little bit in, as things, there is the need, and what your organization does for both, young men and women, correct?
Correct.
It's an important to keep continuing on. So how can the community kind of help you?
So the small gifts matter as well. It costs $5 to be able to host a Zoom class for a child that's earning a merit badge or to work on a rank advancement. So even a gift that small is significant to us. And we did more than 2,500 classes like that this year alone in the Mid-America Council. So very successful when it comes to merit badges online. We offer virtual Zoom classes as well for Cub Scouts. So small gifts are important. We want to make sure that we cover kids' needs in scouting as well into the future, into 2021. So if they need help with registration, or if they need help with gear, dollars that are given to the Mid-America Council help pay for those things so that kids can experience scouting to the fullest.
Yeah. And it's so interesting to hear you say Zoom classes or Zoom, because that's kind of the way that we are now. But the thing about that is that it's so great that you don't have to stop reaching out to these kids and doing everything that you do. Those Zoom interviews are important.
Yeah, and they've been really successful. Most Boy Scout councils have started something like that. Ours have reached more than 50 states. We've also we've had participants from foreign countries that have participated in merit badges. We've had some great merit badge counselors as well. Mark Dreiling, Congressman Bacon's chief of staff, has been one of our greatest merit badge counselors. He's taught citizenship in the community, the nation, and the world. And he's brought people in from DC to be part of the Zoom classes that these kids would not have gotten to meet or hear in any other type of experience. So it has worked out for the best in some cases.
Yeah, absolutely. Within the chaos, there is this new creativity that we're seeing, and new opportunities that I'm just excited about for all nonprofits. So where can people go to learn more about your organization?
So there are 2 places. You can go to mac-bsa.org. That's mac-bsa.org. There's a place to donate there, and there's all sorts of information about what our mission is about. who we serve and some of the programs that we offer. If you're interested in giving and you want to go check out some of the great videos that we spotlighted on the 1st, there's a great video from our 69th Secretary of State Rex Tillerson that is in the noon hour on the 1st. That is on bsabiggives.org. So if your folks would go check that out, check out some of those great videos. I hope they're inspired to share those messages again. All those are also on our social media channels, whether it's Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook, where they can view those videos as well.
All right. Chris, thank you so much. I mean, it's good to see you, not in person, but I feel like we're here in person, and it's great to have this conversation, and I'm just wishing you a happy holidays.
Thanks, Andy. Happy holidays to you as well. Thanks again for having me on the program today.
Okay. Thank you. And we will be right back. Well, I am here with Kaylin Franz. She is the Director of Development and Communications. I'm looking over here at my other computer, Immigrant Legal Center. Kaylin, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be back and talking with you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. So let's just talk briefly a little bit about what your organization, who they serve, and the mission.
So Immigrant Legal Center is a nonprofit law firm here based in Nebraska. We have offices all over the state of Nebraska and also in Southwest Iowa. We're based here in Omaha. And our goal is really to empower immigrants to live with confidence, to live free without fear in their lives. And we focus predominantly on the most vulnerable immigrants in our communities, those that are low income. Our services are completely free and really an important part of building communities in Nebraska. So we've just been really excited and blessed by the support of Nebraska and Omaha this year.
Yeah. So we want to talk a little bit about how people can help end of year, but I'm going to just kind of backtrack because the last time you were on the show, we talked about your food truck tour.
Yes.
And let's talk, I mean, that was like a big success this year, even though COVID-19, you had to do things differently.
It really was. And that is a huge testament to our amazing chairs. We had Dana and Josh Barty and Laura and Greg Chambers as our co-host chairs this year. And we were blown away by the support of the community. We had over 400 people come through and pick up meals down at Millwork Commons. Our sponsors really supported us in this year that we had to do differently. And we were able to raise over $200,000 for immigrant families here in our community. And so in a year where things have just there's been so much unknown and uncertainty, It was just a true blessing to have the support of the community for Food Truck World Tour.
Yeah. And you're, as you're kind of looking forward to next year, and what you're going to do, I'm excited to have that conversation with you again, because, things were looking a little different this year, but there's some things that you might keep in the mix.
Yeah, maybe doing like a little hybrid type event. Yeah. It feels like one of the silver linings of COVID-19 and the pandemic is that we've really been able to reimagine how events look and how our fundraising initiatives look. And we're just excited to kind of see where 21 takes us.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's talk a little bit just about end of year giving, how people can support the organization as we move past and out of 2020.
Yes. And so immigrant communities have and continue to face higher health and economic consequences as a result of COVID-19. And so we really do see an increase in the need for our services going into 2021. And so just want to put the plug out there that if you're looking for a place to donate this holiday season, to invest in our community and families in our community, Immigrant Legal Center is a great way to do that. We are taking donations online at our website, immigrantlc.org, and also really want to encourage people to check into matching gifts.
Yes.
It's a really easy and effective way to double your gift, and a lot of employers offer it. And so if you have any questions about that, contact your HR or reach out to us here at ILC. We're happy to help you figure that out. But it's a great way to double your impact, not just at Immigrant Legal Center, but at any of the incredible and amazing nonprofits in our community.
Yeah. Well, Kaylin, I mean, thank you so much. And again, your organization, I mean, just does so much for so many, especially those that need the help with the services that you offer. So I'm looking forward to what 2021 brings.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to having conversations with you. Yeah. As we get through the first of the year and just finding out what's going on and then how we can help further. So Kaylin, thank you so much.
Thank you. This has been great.
Yeah. And happy holidays to you.
You too. Happy holidays. Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
Thank you. Well, I am here with Maria Brady. She is the Director of Relationship Management, AIM Institute. Maria, thank you so much for joining me today.
Andy, thank you so much for having me.
So let's just talk a little bit about the AIM Institute. Who do you serve? What's the mission of the organization?
Yeah, of course. So the AIM Institute has helped to foster the growth of the Omaha tech sector for over 25 years through education, career development, and outreach. So we promote diversity and inclusion by making educational opportunities and career training available for all. So who is everyone that we serve? We serve people in what we like to call the tech life cycle. So this encompasses individuals from the ages K through 12, all the way into people in established tech careers at the CIO level and anywhere in between.
Yeah. So that is a broad, I mean, that's a broad range, which really is so important because that does, you can plug yourself into that timeline, regardless of what age. So as we come into the holiday season, and that's just one of the reasons for these conversations right now, is how can people support your organization and also maybe looking a little bit, looking into 2021, the year ahead?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. So of course, if individuals are in the position to do so, please consider donating to our organization. These donations go directly towards our youth and tech programming, so that K through 12 educational programming that we have. And they also go towards scholarships for our code school, which then enables people to learn a new skill and to enter into a really rewarding tech area. But aside from potentially supporting us financially, AIM is really in need of individuals interested in volunteering, or if they are a tech professional, interest in mentoring individuals as well.
Yeah. And I think as we were talking, before we hit record, we were talking a little bit about that and really how important that is, because that mentoring and that volunteer, showing up, it's so important to an organization, but also right now in the midst of COVID-19, let's talk about what does that look like? Because it's a little bit different than it would have been a year ago.
It is very different. I know personally with my mentors, I'm used to sitting down with them over a cup of coffee, talking about life, and then getting into my professional areas. But when it comes to 2021, AIM as a whole is continuing to host all of our activities virtually, and we'll do so until it's safe to go back into in-person. And so these mentorship opportunities really are connecting the way that you and I are connecting now. So that's through a Zoom call, through a virtual coffee, through a phone call as well, email. So it really is quite flexible with what those engagements look like. But the impact that we're seeing from having these mentors still connect with our aspiring tech professionals has been profound. One really great example, we had one of our code school graduates who was working at Mutual of Omaha reach out to us, say, hey, we love the work that I'm doing, but I just feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I need to connect with someone who has experience. And our mentor ended up being in the same division of Mutual of Omaha.
Wow.
They didn't know each other directly, but it was still this sense of, we connected you with someone, but this is someone who actually knows a lot more about what you're doing. And it was just really empowering to see that.
Yeah. I mean, I think so many opportunities and stories like that. I mean, one of the things, like I've talked with many nonprofits, COVID-19 has definitely thrown a wrench and And there, yeah, are challenges, and there's health challenges, and there's all this other stuff, but it allows nonprofits to really start to think outside of the box and look at other opportunities as well. So, but with that being said, how can people find out how to, donate, volunteer, mentor with your organization?
Of course, easiest way is to go to the aiminstitute.org. There you can find our donation page, and then you'll also find our email for general inquiries. That is info@aiminstitute.org. Again, if you're interested in any volunteering or mentorship opportunities, please email us there and we'll get you connected.
All right, Maria, thank you so much. It's so good to see you again. Wishing you happy holidays, and I look forward to talking to you after the first of the year and finding out, what's happening, what we can look forward to 2021. So thank you again.
Andy, thank you so much for having me again, and I hope you have some great holidays as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, welcome everybody. I'm here with Josh Murray. He is the Regional Communications Director of the American Red Cross. Josh, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's good to be here with you, Andy.
Well, let's just talk first about, the American Red Cross. Everybody knows the American Red Cross, but just, briefly, who do you serve? What's your mission?
Really, we serve a wide variety of people within the community. Our goal is to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies, but we can't do that without volunteers, without blood donors, and without financial donors. Those are really the lifeblood of what make us be able to be effective in the services we provide.
Yeah, and you do so many different things with disaster relief, and we could talk for an hour or two about all the services that the American Red Cross provides. But let's just talk about, we're looking at the end of the year. And people are wanting to contribute and give back. It's been a really tough year. It's been a crazy year. So from your organization standpoint, what do you need from us, from the community?
The big focus right now is on our blood collection. This is the time of year where that kind of struggles anyway. The people are busy with the holidays. Winter weather can impact it in different ways. You add in the pandemic and everything we're dealing with there, obviously that has a negative effect too. So we really want to encourage people to get out, to donate blood if you can, make appointments to do that the next few weeks and months. Medical officials, government officials, all have said these are essential activities. They must continue. We have a big blood drive coming up here towards the end of the month. One we do every year, but we're making an even larger deal of it this year with our need. It's a holiday blood drive, and it's over 2 days, 4 different locations. The 21st and 22nd of the month. On the 21st, we'll be at Ralston Arena, and also at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Council Bluffs. And then on the 22nd, we'll be at the Relevance Center in Elkhorn and at the Bellevue Nights Event Center. Opportunities to give, 2 days, 4 different locations. You can find out how to give on redcrossblood.org. Put in the sponsor code WeGiveBlood, and you'll be able to make an appointment right there.
Yeah, and so I want to ask you, what can people expect when they give blood? They show, and I know it's all on your website, but just having the conversation, what can people, they show up, and what should they know before they even show up?
Right. It looks a little different than it used to look because of some different protocols we have in place with the current pandemic. So first thing you're going to do, everyone is going to have the temperature taken before you go in. That goes for staff, volunteers, as well as all the donors. We're spacing things out more. So you're going to check in and you're going to go to a spot where it's going to be spaced out from other people. You're going to go and get your health history, some questions that we just need to make sure everything is in order there. Again, those are spaced out enough too. Then we go to the donation itself, spaced out as much as we can. Obviously there has to be some contact there to get the donation started. But our staff is professional and great and completely taken all the necessary steps to make that safe, mask, extra disinfecting, everything else to make sure it's a safe environment for all. The donation itself, it takes anywhere about 8 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
You're done, then you go to a little station where we're going to give you some snacks and some juice just to help kind of replenish after you're giving blood, and then you're out the door.
Yeah. Well, and before giving blood too, should we be super hydrated, or what is
Yeah,
Those are the questions I have.
drink lots of water in the morning before you give, definitely helps. Eat a good meal. Don't skip meals. Some people ask, do we need to fast? Do we not need to fast?
Yeah.
Get a good meal before you go. Drink lots of water so you're hydrated. Get a good rest if you can the night before. That helps to just go a lot smoother. And hydration is big. It helps it goes a little quicker when you have more water, more hydration in your body. So those are really the necessary steps to help you make a successful trip.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got the blood drive coming up on the 21st and 22nd. All the locations are on your website. And then above and beyond that, if people can't get to those 2 days, you're still always looking for blood donations at different locations around town, correct?
Right. There are drives happening every day around our community. Again, redcrossblood.org has all those spelled out. You can make an appointment. You put in your zip code. It tells you all the opportunities in your area, and you can make an appointment right there.
All right. Well, Josh, I just want to thank you. I mean, American Red Cross, first of all, does so many different things across the board. But right now we're just talking about blood donation at the end of the year and just encouraging people to do that. And it's easy and it's safe,
It is. It's the season of giving, so we hope people consider giving blood as well as part of this time of year.
Yeah. All right, Josh, thank you so much and happy holidays to you. And I look forward to talking to you in 2021.
Same to you. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you. Well, welcome everybody. I'm so excited to have here with me from Heartland Family Service, Bsa Shields. She is the Chief Development Officer, and Charlie Hathcox, the Communications Manager. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
You know what?
Thank you so much.
It's hard to believe we're at the end of 2020 and end of year, and people are wanting to contribute back. So let's just first talk about Heartland Family Service. Charlie, just tell us about the mission and who you serve.
Sure. Well, at Heartland Family Service, our primary mission is to strengthen individuals and families in our community through education, counseling, and support services. We recently launched a brand awareness campaign, and the primary tagline of it is "So Everyone Can." So at Heartland Family Service, we help many people walk many paths, but all of our programs and services all share a common goal, and that's breaking cycles of barriers so everyone can. Now, some people might ask, can what? But the answer is can anything. And one of the things that we've learned as an organization is that the outcomes of what people can do are honestly very inspiring and also very vast. So we served over 60,000 people last year in the Omaha and Council Bluffs areas through direct services, education, and outreach. And we offer over 40 programs that serve a broad array of needs, including mental health counseling, substance use treatment, homeless prevention, and domestic violence and sexual assault, just to name a few.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, Heartland Family Service, I mean, you guys, there's so many different areas of how you help people in the community. And Marcia, let's just talk a little bit about, hey, it's the holidays and how can people give back over the next few weeks? I mean, even into the year, there's need all year long, but people are wanting to look at, how can I contribute?
Well, yes. I mean, there's need all the time. That's we're a nonprofit. We're always going to have need. And clearly with over 60,000 people that we connected with, that's growing. And in this interesting year of 2020, the need is greater now than it's ever been, as you can probably expect. So in December, typically nonprofits like us would do a year-end giving. And that's what we're focusing on now. Helping people make contributions before the year ends to worthy nonprofits, of which we hope we are one. So asking our donors and others that are thinking about donating to us to make a gift, a donation by the end of the year. Small, large, they all have an impact, Andy. And so now that we serve so many people in this year with the pandemic and the different needs that have arisen, that we have basically rose to the challenge of that. The support was always vital, but it's vital now more than ever with the growing needs. So just general donations to us during this time of year and ongoing through 2021, because any donation that comes in, the amounts, we spread them out through all the 47 programs, that we offer.
Right.
And so that just goes to help support those programs that are vital and provide life-saving services to the clients that we serve.
Yeah. And so the website you're encouraging, so everyone can.org. I mean, that's
Correct.
Again, which is at the bottom of the screen. So everybody
Right.
can connect to that.
I mean, people can go to the heartlandfamilyservice.org website and can find the soeveryonecan.org landing page, or go directly to donate button. We have different ways that people can support us. They can even mail in a check, mail in their, go online, and however way that is meaningful to them.
Yeah.
So we have different options available. Certainly the key is, to help us continue the work that we do, and we do that every day.
Yeah. Ladies, I just want to thank you so much. Again, Heartland Family Service does so much for so many, and you've been around for so many years. And 2021, I look forward to kind of coming back around in 2021, because your first event of the year, which I think is virtual, and I have like literally 30 seconds, but is it, what's the first one?
It's the Carnival of Love Gala, and this year it's virtual for a week. It starts on February 20th and will end February 26th.
Okay. And I know we're going to talk more about that in end of January, but that has won best event for our, for our awards, and one of my favorite events. And this year it's virtual. So I'm excited to kind of see how that, what you guys are, what's going to happen, and inviting everybody to support it. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having us join you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you again, and happy holidays to both.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
And I'll
Bye.
see you in 2021. All right.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be right back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to visit spiritofomaha.com, where you can watch all of our interviews with all these nonprofits, and also visit us and like Metro Magazine on Facebook, all one word. And I'll see you back here next week.